Hello all, Pit Bike Mike, and we are on a lunchtime ride. It has been such a long time since I've done this. I almost forget how to do any of it. Well, there is something I do know though. Last night, watching TV, chilling, scrolling on my phone, and I happened to come across something about the new Z900. You know, I didn't really think much of it because I was like, probably, new year, same old. But I glanced at the photo, and I saw it had a different headlight, and I was like, alright, well, that's nice at least, that they updated the headlight. Looks nice. Well, I made the terrible decision to go onto Kawasaki's website and looked it up. I was like, alright, cool, new headlight, alright, they did some changes on the bike. Alright, cool. They did new brakes on the front, new suspension all the way around. Supposedly they did something with the motor, new not infotainment, but the dash, whole new dash. What else did they say that they have on this thing? I believe it says 6-axis IMU, for the traction control, ABS, all that craziness. And then I saw the thing that made my heart stop. It had, or has, now, cruise control. Yeah, even now, my heart is heavy with that announcement. It's an absolute travesty. It truly is. And I truly just do not know how I can go on from this, now knowing this information. You may ask why. Well, I will admit, when I first bought the Z900, it wasn't my first choice. But as things come, you ride and you kind of learn to love it. You kind of learn to enjoy its quirks. You're like, you know what? This is actually better than I thought. So, I've come to really enjoy my Z900 that I currently have. But obviously you've been around on this channel long enough. You've known that the one thing that I always wanted on that bike, cruise control. I got a throttle lock for it to kind of get a semi cruise control, and yeah, now they actually have cruise control. And I hate to say it like this, but I really have been considering, is it worth upgrading, trading in my Z900 for another Z900 just so I can have cruise control? I know, very foolish, right? Why trade a bike just to get cruise control? Well, I know it's quite foolish. It's something that it's something I've been struggling with. So, I guess another thing that's kind of holding me back, for one, I obviously don't want to spend more money like that. That's, you know, like, it's obviously not expensive. It's, you know, 10 grand, but obviously 10 grand is, you know, it's not chump change. It's a good chunk of money. I will admit that, you know, looking at the new bike, looking at my bike, the one thing I will say, I actually like the taillight on the older bike compared to this new updated one, because if you ever watch my videos to the very end, then you get to like the, you know, when I end it off and you get to the end screen, you happen to notice that, you know, I have a picture of the back of the Z and the taillight, which creates a Z, especially when the light's off or when you hit the brake lights. It's just a nice Z. It's, I don't know, it's kind of fancy. They got rid of that on the 2025 model. Not saying that the taillights don't look good on it, but it just loses that characteristic of, you know, where it said, you know, Z at one point. Headlight, definitely like the headlight better. But yeah, cruise control. Cruise control. And that's the hardest part. You know, I bring this up again because honestly, the Z is a great bike. And honestly, I've been very content with it. And I'll definitely say that with cruise control, it's as close to being a perfect all-arounder as you can possibly get. I know that may be not true for everybody, but for me, for what I do, for how I drive, for what I would use it for, having cruise control would pretty much make that bike practically perfect for me. Yes, the Harley's great, you know, sure, but you know, having the performance of the Z and cruise control to where I can go long distance, because the bike is comfortable, obviously, like it can go long distance without a problem. I'm very glad that they didn't pull out on me. Don't they know that I'm trying to be a fast boy on my little 19 horsepower bike? Yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing to me, is that the bike would be perfect with cruise control. What to do? Obviously, that it would be financial ruin to buy a bike that I already have just for cruise control. Yeah, I just had to rant about that. You know, it's not something I normally do where I talk about, you know, except for when I'm on like a demo day, talking about, you know, new bikes that are just being mentioned that are going to be released soon. You know, that's not, I haven't really done that before. Yes, I did it with the Suzuki 8S, which in some way, shape, and form, I still kind of wish that I would have purchased. You know, especially over the KTM, after the whole KTM saga, but you know, that's how that is. But this, it's just a tragedy. Why did they have to do that to me this year? And yes, I say me, because this is a personal attack. that they finally put cruise control on that bike. It's a personal attack, I swear. Whatever. But yeah, so it's definitely different trying to do like maybe this kind of talking about the bike and stuff like that, of new latest and greatest coming out. Who knows, maybe that might be something to think about for me in the future, of bikes that actually catch my eye, or bikes that I have ridden and I actually have enjoyed. You know, talking about when they actually make nice big changes such as this. Helps if I'm actually in the right gear, wouldn't it? Rookie move. It's, you know, the reason is because I get caught up talking and stuff like that, and as everybody likes to complain, you know, me doing my one-handed thing, it's... Hey, I'm rusty. What can you expect? I have been really terrible about putting out videos. But yeah, I think that was kind of really it. I just wanted to talk about this new Z900 coming out, which, like I said, fantastic bike. You know, coming from a person that actually owns one, they really are fantastic bikes. And you know, all jokes aside, I think it was an extremely smart idea of Kawasaki to finally update that bike. They did say that there's some engine updates. Whether that translates into actually, you know, like more power, who knows? We'll have to see when the bike actually comes out. I am curious though about the suspension, because on the Z900 that I got, I would say the suspension, you know, it's kind of soft, which actually makes it a very comfortable bike. That's kind of what I was saying. It's a kind of a great all-arounder. It's got the power, the speed, but it's, for the most part, pretty comfortable. And speaking about comfort, they even mention that they updated the seat and supposedly have made it even more comfortable. Supposedly added padding. So who knows? This could be this could really be a winning thing with this bike. You know, all these updates, all the, you know, goodies. Might be a pretty fantastic upgrade, honestly. And now we're not talking about the SE version, which has the Ullman's suspension and stuff like that, and the Brembo instead of the Nissan brakes, but which still would be a really nice bike. But you know, for me being the person I am, I don't know if I would ever need all that, especially with me hoping to do track days next year. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. We'll see if I actually can keep my word on that, you know. But I will definitely attempt to try it. Because, I don't know, that's always seemed like something really cool to do, you know. And I gotta say, it'll also be pretty fire videos, in my opinion, as long as I'm not, you know, awful. Well, I guess we are gonna end it off here. I'm gonna finish up my lunchtime ride, but you know, I want to thank you all for joining me for this, because it's always nice to have a little get together like this. So on that note, I hope y'all like, subscribe. Pit Bike Mike is out. So bonus footage real quick, because no lunchtime ride wouldn't be complete without me showing the utility of this most wonderful bike, the KLX 230 Supermoto, with my built-in chicken holder. Don't worry if you don't got a bag to take your lunch back to work. The gauge cluster with this beautiful brake line right here will keep your chicken box right where it needs to be.